Good morning. I have my tea. It's probably about 6 in the morning. Welcome to Akasha's Spiritual Corner. Let me put this tea down. Today's reading, and it will be a two-part, but part one will be today, is about Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies. And for those who are not familiar with Sweetie Pies, it's a show about a black lady who has a very famous restaurant called Sweetie Pies. And her son had taken over her business for her because she's gotten older. It's on Oprah Winfrey's channel called, I think called OWN, OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network. And he has been arrested on the claim that he hired a hitman. He hired people to set up and kill his nephew for money that he could have got easily on his own by building his own brand, because he was opening other restaurants, and because of his mother being so famous and him taking over her restaurant for her, he could have done things a better way, a more honest way, instead of getting his nephew killed for insurance money. Okay. And the FBI, not just local police, but the FBI became involved, and they had all the receipts. So, but I had a lot of questions about this, because a lot of things based on what they spoke about the story is going to come out. Maybe not right now, but it's going to come out. So that's why I said we'll probably have a part two. But let's start with these first questions. Okay. What was the energy around Tim Norman? God and Spirit. What was the energy around Tim Norman? Okay, not the levels. Okay. Eight of Swords. All right. Five of Cups. Three of Pentacles. The Fool. Two of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Okay. Well, with the Eight of Swords, it was freedom. It was self-acceptance, freedom. He just, he felt like he had acceptance and freedom from people around him, because he had been in a relationship with another real TV, real life star, and she got away from him, wound up putting a permanent restraining order against him, saying he was violent. His ex-wife said that he was abusive and violent, and he was kind of known to be violent. But with him doing good things with this restaurant, when he first was taking over and he was helping his mom with her restaurant and taking over, he kind of seemed like, he was gaining business-wise some type of acceptance, okay? Now with the Fool meant new things. Innocence was on the horizon. And I think this freedom card also represents the nephew. The nephew had just graduated high school. He was 18. He's got his freedom. He was really coming around. The grandmother who owned Sweeties is the one who brought him out there to where she was at, and had him work in the restaurant, go to school, get his life together. He's that innocence. He didn't think anything like this would happen. You know, the Five of Cups, sorrow, you know, pity. He's feeling pity for himself, Mr. Norman, because he got caught. And he's scared about what's going to come out because he knows the lady that he was working with, which was this exotic dancer, she's not going to take the whole rap for him, okay? He gave her money, and she allegedly had put like split $9,000 and put them in separate accounts. Of course, you know, ones who have seen the story know of this. But that's not enough money. That's just not enough money. And she's going to wind up coming out spilling the beans. Okay. With the Two of Pentacles. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. Balancing. All right. Balancing decisions. Adapting to change. He's going to have to adapt to change now because he's going to be in a jail cell on federal crimes. One insurance policy he tried to cash out for $250,000. Another one he tried to cash out, I think, was for like $200,000 or close to $250,000, something to that effect. But because he didn't present to them certain documents that they required, they refused, and then this came out. So he's like wondering, and everybody in the family is like, how could you do this? You know, they're trying to juggle the thought of, how could somebody do this? Why would this be in their head? You know, they're trying to balance decisions to make about everything that has to deal with their family. I really feel bad for their family. Three of Pentacles. He was working with somebody, which was the stripper, the exotic dancer. They collaborated. It was teamwork. Yep, because they went and they got burner phones. She kept up with the nephew to let the uncle know where the nephew was at and what time he was there, so that, of course, he could make his entrance and then wind up shooting him, which is what he did. And that's the end result of their teamwork. Okay? And that shows that there was multiple people. And this is the nephew. This normally says rest, rejuvenation, relaxing, meditating. But the energy I'm picking off of with this collaboration card, this Three of Pentacles, this was the nephew. This was the people that were involved. Okay? All right. What was the energy around the nephew? Did he really think that his uncle would, you know, try to kill him? They had arguments, you know. They talked noise to each other. You know, the nephew would probably be on the defensive side. I didn't really watch Sweetie Pies that much. I knew of Sweetie Pies. I knew that they had their real life, you know, television show, like what they saw, a TV reality show, but I didn't know anything else. What was guiding spirit, the energy around the nephew? Please tell me. Once again, balancing. Okay? The Two of Pentacles. Balancing decisions. Decisions of what? We may ask. Decisions of his life. Sacrifice. Release. Martyrdom. He was making decisions about release. But he was making decisions and trying to balance out his life because he's just graduated high school. He's trying to think about what he wants to do. But he didn't know that he was going to be a sacrifice. Okay? A sacrifice. sacrifice for money. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Efficiency and hardworking responsibility. These are the qualities that young man had and his grandmother developed in him. He was going to put those things to work. He had fresh new beginnings. He had innocence. But little did he realize the danger that was lying right there at his feet. The Emperor. This card could be read two ways. This young man was taking responsibility for his life, doing the things that he needed to do. Now, he started to kind of backtrack a little bit because there were some pictures that was posted of him with guns, whole gangster look, street life. But his grandmother had brought him a long way. And it also, the energy I pick up off this card deals with the uncle. Because you have the Three of Swords. He was working together, heartbroken, deception. People who are closest to you can be the ones that will put you in a grave or that can hurt you the most. I tell you. Okay. What was the energy around with this young lady that was working with the uncle, the exotic dancer? What was her energy? What was it? What was her energy? The young lady that was working. To set up the nephew. And my condolences go to the family. Because that's a horrible thing. And then when you find out that the one who's done the horrible thing and has murdered your family member happens to be a family member, that's really mind-blowing. But I want to know her energy. The stripper, the exotic dancer that was helping the uncle. Okay. Five of Wands. That's interesting. Four of Cups. Seven of Swords. Woo! Well, let's see. The Hierophant. Eight of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of balancing and juggling. But I guess when you up to that type of deception, you got to have some balance and some juggling to do. Juggling of lies, you name it. Five of Wands. There's conflict between them now because you already know. Once they get her in that hot seat, if they haven't gotten her there already, which they probably have, because from what I understand, she's been arrested. Once they got her in that back room, it was, well, this is how it all went down. And he said, and they said, and we said, and he was the main person with the main ideas and stuff. And I really didn't understand or think he was going to do it. She's going to try to cover her own butt. She's going to spill a lot of tea. But at the same time, she's going to try to cover her butt. And on who? The Hierophant. The man behind the whole making of the uncle. The Four of Cups. Wow. Four of Cups, boredom. Trying to meditate, trying to contemplate. She's trying to contemplate, what in the hell am I going to do? And plus her face, her name, everything has been all over social media. She's trying to figure out what to do. The Eight of Pentacles. They rehearsed. They thought everything was done so right, but it really wasn't. High standards of the perfect crime, but to no avail. Didn't work. And we already know, sneaky loves sneaky. Birds of a feather flock together. Sneakiness, lying, trickery. That's her all day long. That's the reason why she was so attracted to the uncle. He was probably lying to her and had her thinking, oh, you really going to get paid off of this. Even more money. And we're going to get away with it. It's going to be so smooth. But little did she realize. So she started juggling ideas in her mind, balancing. Boy, I tell you, it's a hot mess. How can you balance lies and trickery, thievery, sneakiness when you're trying to do something that you have no business doing? Okay, what about the energy around the relationship of the uncle and the nephew? The murderer and the murderee. What was the energy around their relationship? Okay. Three of Pentacles. But upside down. There was no teamwork. They didn't have a good relationship. Strength. Having inner strength. Six of Wands. No celebration. Six of Cups. Leaving, moving away. Nine of Pentacles. Wow, I got a lot of cards that's upside down here. Knight of Swords. And it's upside down. Wow. Okay. No teamwork at all. Okay. Lack of teamwork. Group conflict. Disorganized. So their whole relationship was not good. There was always conflict. Even on the TV show, you could see I've seen little clips here and there based on the story coming out. They had conflict. So they wasn't really close. Okay. Six of Cups, moving away. Leaving. Independence. Moving forward. Yep. That's what the nephew was trying to do. He was trying to move forward, but his uncle was trying to move forward in a different direction as far as getting paid off of his life, his death. Who does a slimy thing like that? The young man is trying to move forward in his life, and he was kind of in a crossroads because some of the stuff he was doing was kind of backtracking and getting into negative things, allegedly. And but he had also been doing good things and trying to get into good things. But like I said, there's more information about that still going to come out. But yeah, moving forward with this plan. He had the energy around him. He had no love for him. No love. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Reckless spending. Living beyond your means. False success. He wanted false success. He had strength where he was like the uncle. Oh, I'm getting these other restaurants. I'm going to get this extra money off of this lick I'm going to pull, this scam I'm going to pull, this horrible thing I'm about to do. And I'm about to be successful off having the money, and people are going to look at me. But it failed. I mean, look at how you try to obtain the money. He had strength to get it. He had strength to do the evil deed. But of course, these are going to be your rewards. None. Reckless. Okay, Six of Wands upside down. Six of Wands upside down. So no success, no rewards. Okay? Nobody's looking at you and saying, hey, let's give you recognition. You know what I'm saying? Because how could you get recognition from plotting the death of your own blood relative, especially somebody that young. He ain't nothing. That boy was nothing but wavy. What, 18 years old? Yeah, he was 18. Failure. Okay. No rewards, lack of recognition. And then the Knight of Swords. Well, well, well. What do we have here? The uncle once again. Cold-hearted. What he did was just cold-hearted. No direction. He has no regard for his consequences. So this is definitely the uncle. He doesn't have a conscience about what he does. He's a very violent man. He's been violent with other family members. His ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, other people in the family. He has a earned reputation of being a violent man, and he has no conscience. You know, he is a psychopath. He has high psychopathic tendencies to be able to do what he did, and he's sociopathic. So, all I can say is there's going to be a part 2 of this because there's going to be more information coming out. It was a shock. I find the whole energy of the whole situation very sad and disturbing. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, supporting my channel. Hit that like button. Welcome to my channel for new subscribers. And until then, y'all,